Hello, in today's video, I'd like to talk about two of my favorite subjects, Universal Design for Learning and Whiteboard.chat. If you're not familiar with UDL, this is a one-page production from the CAST folks, the folks that have been developing and researching and trying to share the power of Universal Design for Learning. And there are three primary areas: the why of learning, the what of learning, and the how of learning. So I am going to explain how I believe that Whiteboard Chat is uniquely positioned amongst all the other e-learning edtech apps that are out there to satisfy all three levels of UDL all within this one app. So the first area of UDL is to provide multiple means of engagement. So, in other areas, this is called the hook, or the why. Why are we doing this today? So there are so many ways that you can maybe create a splash page or an entry page. I grabbed this cartoon from Google. I grabbed this character from freepik.com. He's a vector character that's a PNG file, so he shows up without the background there. Or maybe we can go and leverage another fantastic app, favorite of mine, and that would be Canva. So if you have not yet, go to Canva and search for comic strips. And the Canva has been adding dozens and dozens and dozens of comic strips. And not only do they give you a demo, but here, I'll click over here for this one, and you can see the demo page, so that this is what it would look like, just kind of get a sense of it. But they also give you all of the assets here as well, and these are PNG files. So I could, if I wanted to, create a new page, and let's say I only want the boy in front of I just want the boy. If I delete everything here and download, I only want to download page 3. And if I create a PNG with a transparent background and download that, and if I go back over here to Whiteboard Chat and upload from computer, go to downloads, then my little boy that I just found over there in Canva he came in with the large frame. So that's one thing that you might want to do is reduce the size of the frame. But you get the idea. Creative content like that to hook the students and come up with a why of learning is all very, very possible here, both within Whiteboard Chat by creating some text boxes with I can statements. Another idea would be to come here to add media and either record my opening. I can either record it with my voice only, or I could record it with my webcam as well, which is trying to start up here. Actually, it's not going to be able to start up because I'm doing this webcast. So lots of different options here within Whiteboard Chat to provide for multiple means of engagement to hook the learners. Step number 2 of UDL, if we switch back over here, is provide multiple means of representation. So some of those things would be offer ways for customizing the display, illustrate through multiple media, activate or supply background knowledge, that kind of thing. So let's see how we do that in Whiteboard Chat. So a new development within Whiteboard Chat is that you can go to Tools and click Embed a Website. So I went to one of my favorite free websites called CK12, and I found an interactive activity that you can do around practicing with fractions. So if today's activity is about fractions, I could embed this right into the page and allow students to have some activity. Maybe I ask them to show their work. So, blank is equal to 304 cents. So if I put in 304 and I ask the students to be actively engaged, show me their what they're working on while they're working through this practice. So that's possible. I can embed a YouTube video to give them some give some direct instruction that way, or maybe activate some previous knowledge that we've worked on for fractions. As you can see here, I have added some manipulatives to the page. So Whiteboard.chat has a large selection. If I click here to palette and I go over here to the right-hand side, very large selection of manipulatives that are built in. And if I go to manipulatives, I can scroll down here towards the bottom and find all of these fraction bars that are already built in. These are available for the students to add or you to add for them to be able to manipulate. I can bring in a pie chart here and we can start talking about defining sixths, etc. So as you can see, for providing multiple means of representation, plenty of options here within Whiteboard.chat. And always don't forget, you can go over here to add webcam and audio to also give additional instructions for those learners that might be auditory learners versus visual learners, so they could hear the instructions as well as read them. So I think you can see there are plenty of ways that Whiteboard.chat checks off the second area of UDL. The third area of UDL is provide multiple means of action and representation. So strategic, the how of learning. Give them various methods for response and navigation. Use multiple media for communication. And here is an example of a math problem that I built out. So the idea is that the students are going to have to figure out how much does this customer owe. And as I put down here on the bottom, you can draw, type, or speak the answer. So if the students were on a tablet or had the ability to easily, if drawing is the function that works best for them, then they can draw, or they could type the answer. So you could just build out a problem like this, hit Control-Shift. I won't do the whole math problem, you get the idea. Or down here at the bottom, I offer them the ability also to speak their answer. So the students can also go here to add audio, and they could describe adding these up. Another thing that I was just thinking about is they could actually do this on a piece of paper if that was easier for them, tactile wise, and they could take a picture of it and they could upload the picture and they could paste the picture here. So again, this area of UDL is providing them multiple ways to show their learning. Again, what change do you owe the customer? Draw, type, speak, explain, or add money to your answer. So if I go back here to the manipulatives, they do have currency. And they have, so if the answer was, if they gave $100 and it was $72.22, then I could put in here what their change should be. So again, multiple ways to accomplish the third area of UDL. I hope that this helps introduce you to UDL if it's not something that you are very comfortable with or have not had much exposure to, and then how you can accomplish the three areas of UDL utilizing the free wonderful app Whiteboard.chat.